Okay, test. 12 April. Local time 0648, Zulu time 1148. 2992 set both altimeters, leveling 5,300 feet pressure altitude. Heading 360 for the Eglin Delta MOA. These will be dynamic sweeps and trim shots today. Flap 0 for pressure comparison. Full rich for Vmax, and we'll just start to accelerate now to Vmax. Time 11:49, 32 Zulu, 63 degrees Fahrenheit, 30.6 on board. This will be a Vmax 2700 RPM decel sweep from 180. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And reducing power to idle. Maintaining heading. Slight left rotor applied just to keep the ball in the center. And got a little negative VVI trend going. Increasing pitch rate. And definite negative VVI trend going. Actually need better trim. And we need to trim during the deceleration. And we'll get that on the next one. Definite descent trend going. And brake. Okay. Accelerate back out, crack back up, get set up for the next run. And we need to do better with the trim. And reestablishing 5,300 feet. Time 11:51:24. 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 2992 set, 30.5 on board. And we'll do a little Humpty bump here as we set up another Vmax condition. And we need to work on the VVI during deceleration. And we're still heading 360. All right, altitude looks good. Power's coming up to mill. Mixture's full rich. And again, we're looking for 180. Okay, time 11:52:20. 62 degrees, 30.3 on board. Setting up for Vmax decel. Engine's red line. Altitude's good, there's 180. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Power's coming to idle. 010 magnetic. 5,300 feet pressure altitude. There's our negative trend.
Expect a visual approach runway 14, wind estimated calm, altimeter
that one in the bud. This time we're trimming during the deceleration. And negative trend going there. Need to increase the pitch rate. Alright, slowing through 90, 5 degrees of pitch, negative trend. Okay, stopping the trim right there. Taking over with just pure pitch. A little bit of a heading wander. Good VVI, good altitude. And there's our brake. Okay, let's go back up, do it again. No power selected. We'll do a little Humpty Bump again. Time 11:54:05, 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 30.1 on board. EGTs are cool. We're running full rich just because the mill power runs. And there's 5,500, Humpty Bump to 5,300. And we're heading 360, getting set up for run number 3. This will be another level decel run. Winds aloft are 019 degrees, 25 miles an hour. 2992 setting the altimeter. Density altitude indicating 6,790 feet. And accelerating. Altitude's looking good, trim, trim, trim. And looking for VMAX condition, 180 indicated. Time 11:55:22, 62 degrees, 29.9 on board. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Idle power is selected. Flight downtrend. Fixing that. A little up. All right, now we're using the trim as we decelerate, increasing the pitch rate, compensate for that slight downtrend. Slight left rudder applied. And trimming and pitching simultaneously. A little more pitch. And let the downtrend develop there. Okay, stop trim. PVI looks good. And brake. Okay, no power selected. Time now 11:56:52, 61 degrees, 29.8 on board. Our lapse time, 12 minutes, 12 seconds. Up to 5,500 for an easy pushover. We'll get set up for another one. We're still heading 360. Camera check's good, boom check's good. 5,500 feet. Mill power. Trim. Engine's accelerating. (5,300 feet). Trimming. And accelerating. Be another VMAX decel run. And approaching 180. And engines at red line. Standby, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And idle power. Slight downtrend, correcting. Slight uptrend. not adjusting trim, just flying this one with a stick. Working on the VVI, keeping the steady going, or steady pull going rather. Slight uptrend. Altitude looks good. Okay, there's our break. Looking right, heading 180. Time now, 11:59, 25 Zulu, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.5 on board. Climbing back up to 5,500. We'll get another decel run heading 180. Camera check's good, boom check's good. All right, steady up heading 180. Pushing over for the run. Time now, 12:00:10. 61 Fahrenheit, 29.3 on board. Accelerating, Vmax. Engine redline. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Slight downtrend. Idle power selected. Slight uptrend.
Five Golf Alpha, descend to maintain 1,600. 45 Golf Alpha, affirmative 1,600.
Okay. Good break. All right, hooking right to heading at 360.
712, Egg approach, Egg altimeter 2987.
Time now, 12:01:50. 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 29.2 on board. In a right turn, heading 360, climbing to 5.5. We'll get a couple more decel runs, and then we'll get some trim shots, just so we can compare the pressures. And we're going to just do a single leg on each trim shot. 17 minutes, 23 seconds elapsed time. Left tank is feeding for balance. 5,500 feet, easing over.
Aircraft calling, Egg approach again.
Rolling out heading 360.
Roger.
Pushing over to 5,300 feet. feet. Accelerating.
Number 3473 Golf Egg 1 Park Roger, when able to ident climb, maintain 5,000.
All right, standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Idle power selected. Using primarily the VVI.
73 Golf Radar contact 2 miles southeast of Destin Airport. Golf, you expect a northbound turn in about 5 miles.
Little downtrend there. Fixing, 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 fixing. Zeroed out. Slight uptrend.
Golf Alpha, Roger.
All right. Good break. Power's coming back up to 5,500 feet. We'll get one more of those, heading 360. Time now 12:04:15. 61 degrees, 28.9 on board. Heading 360. 19:36 elapsed. Up to 5,500 for the acceleration. $5,500 easing over. Mill power selected. And pushing it up for the run. 5,300 feet, accelerating.
Number 45 Golf Alpha's clear visual approach runway 14. Number 73 Golf, turn left heading 120.
And accelerating nicely, stand by, data mark. Hit red line.
Number 45 Golf Alpha, contact destined tower 118.
Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
And idle power select.
73 Golf, turn left heading 3, correction 010, and I'll get you direct Columbus in about 20 miles.
And beginning decel run. Flying two-handed and working the pink BVI on the ethos. Slide up trend. Okay, good break. All right, time now, 12:06:39, 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 28.6 on board, hook and right, 180. And we're gonna get just some stable trim shot data to compare against the dynamic data. 22 minutes, 5 seconds elapsed. Leveling at 5,300 feet. And we're gonna set 21 inches for this first one. And looking for about 160 or so. And we'll use mill power to accelerate. We'll get set up for a first run. Trim. We'll just set, let's see here. 23 inches, 2,700. We'll get one hack at VMAX.
Air Club 13, airplane approach ident. Air Club 13 is radar contact 1 mile north of Bedlam.
Time now, 12:08:14, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 28.3 on board. Airplane is accelerating. We've got 23 inches of manifold pressure set and about 2,600 RPM presently. See altitude there back. Hand flying today. Trimming. Still accelerating. Doing all right for airspace.
0142, descend and maintain 3000, flight heading 180, vectors are on our final approach course.
Just starting to stabilize, 176 MIPL, or I'm sorry, 176 MIPL, 177. Okay, 2300 RPM, 23 inches of manifold pressure, 2600 RPM, 176 indicated. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, selecting 21 inches of manifold pressure. Hooking right, heading 360. Camera checks good. Boom checks good. Yeah, I'm not tired. Okay. Time now, 12:09:52, 62 degrees Fahrenheit. 28 gallons on board. In the right turn, heading 360. 25 minutes, 15 seconds elapsed. 21 inches of manifold pressure, and RPM settling at 25. And trimming. Altitude looks good. Airspeed settling in at about 165 indicated. That's about right. And we'll let her stabilize. .165, MIPL 166. Okay, time 12:10:56. 62 degrees Fahrenheit. 27.9 on board.
Region 1398, that's approach information. November is now current. Winds are estimated calm, sky clear. The altimeter 29887. Expected visual approach only 19.
167. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay. Select the 19 inches manifold pressure. Time now, 12:11:39. 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 27.7 on board, heading 360. 5,300 feet. 2992 selected. Density altitude shows 6,730 feet. 27 minutes, 8 seconds elapsed.
Region 1398, descend and maintain 3000, turn right heading 210.
And mixture's now back to best power. And get set up for our 19-inch hack. And at about 19 inches.
13, roger.
2,400 RPM currently. Airspeed settling in the low 150s. Looks like
142, turn right heading 200.
All right, looks like 154 indicated. It'll be 154 indicated. Stand by. Well, she's still settling. 53 MIPL 54. All right, 19 inches of manifold pressure, 2375, 153 MIPL 154. Slight climb trend. We'll go with 154. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, excellent. 18 inches manifold pressure selected. Mixture is adjusted for best power. And coming right to a heading of 180 degrees. Time now, 12:13:40. 62 degrees Fahrenheit. 27.5 on board. Camera checks good. Boom checks good. 29 minutes elapsed time. Power set at 18 inches. And airspeed slowing down, looking about the mid 140s. That's about right. And we'll let her stabilize on the rim. All right, time now, 12, 14, 28. 61 degrees. 27.4. 18 inches. 2,275 RPM.
1398, turn left heading 140, descend and maintain 2000.
Settling in about 148 indicated. Standby data mark.
7073 Golf,
3,
contact Karen's
2,
on
1.
133.75.
Data mark.
1001. 2, 1003. 1004. 1005. 1006. Okay, we had a slight indicated airspeed change over that run. So I'm looking at 146, MIPO 147. We're going to get one more data mark, 146.5, 46, and still settling. Let's hold this heading for just a little bit. We'll get one more data mark at this setting. Got a little too early on that press, like 44, 45. Okay, 144 indicated. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, we'll call that one good. Selecting 17 inches of manifold pressure. And hooking left to heading at 360. Time now, 12, 16, 14, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. 2992 still setting the altimeter, 27.2 on board. 31:36 elapsed. Be looking for something mid 130s, and I'm showing 137 now. Yeah, that holds once we get to heading at 360. Best power mixture. That's
Allegiant 1398, contact Eglin Tower 118.2. Coma 712, contact Pensacola approach 120.65.
okay. Heading 360. And we'll let her stabilize at this power setting. And we're at 17 inches by 2,150 RPM. Looking like she's going to be somewhere in the mid 130s.
Spar 142, descend and maintain 2000, turn left heading 180.
All right, 135. Looking like about 2.5 degrees of pitch. Okay, 135 is going to work. Time now, 12, 18, 10, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 27.1. Actually got a little decel trend going. Let her stabilize for a little while longer. We're going to use 134. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay. Now we're selecting 16 inches of manifold pressure. You're looking for about 1 1/4 on the airspeed. So we're at 16 inches, about 2,000 RPM right now. And hooking right to heading a 180. Camera's good. Boom's good. 34 minutes, 24 seconds elapsed time. Left tank is feeding.
Spar 142, turn left heading 090.
All right, steady up 180. Trim. Let the airspeed settle down. 16 inches, 1,975 RPM. Airspeed settling somewhere into the low 120s. And looking like about 123. All right, we'll accept that. 123, about 3 degrees of pitch. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, excellent. Selecting 15 inches of manifold pressure. For about 110. Trim.
142, 7 miles from Jasper, turn left heading 020, maintain at above 2,000 till established on the final approach course, cleared RNAV 36 approach.
Oh, got a little climb trend going there. Okay, 15 inches of manifold pressure and 1,850 RPM. Waiting for the airspeed to settle. All right, about 4 degrees of pitch. And 111 MIPL 112, we're going to use 111. All right, standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005.
Envoy 4109 on approach, good morning.
Excellent. Okay.
142, contact Herbert Tower.
Power's back to 14 inches for the right turn to north. Time now 12:22:45. 59 degrees, 26.7 on board. No right turn to heading at 360. 3807 elapsed. Camera? Boom good.
Envoy 4109, descend to maintain 6,000, the Eglin altimeter 2987.
Slowing to about 100 condition here. Power's back at 14 inches. Trim. Little downtrend going. And rolling out, heading 360. Send about 5 degrees of pitch. And power's coming back up to capture 100. And need a little more pitch than that.
4109, you can proceed direct Pensacola.
Good tone. All right, 15 inches is selected. We're going to let her stabilize. Okay, 15 inches selected, 1700 RPM. Stabilize in 99 MIPL 100. Right around 5 degrees of pitch. All right, we use 100. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, power's coming back. We're going to be looking for 90. Trim. Time 12:24:45. 60 degrees. 26.6. 40:04 elapsed. There's 90. Power's coming up to about 15 inches. That's 7.5 degrees of pitch. Power's coming up a little more. It's at 16 inches. Too high, 15.5 inches selected. All right, we're going to just accept this. Looking like 88, MIPL 89. Get rid of our climb trend. Might get a little extra speed. Looking at 16 inches by 1700 RPM. All right, there's 90. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Looked like we had a little climb trend going, probably a little too much power in there, that's all right. Slowing her down now to about 80-ish, and we're still sculling 360. Time 12:26:28, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 26.5 on board. I'll leave the tone up so that we can hear that on the tape. Here's 80. German power's coming up to about 15 inches. 3D audio is good. Inches, 80, about 9 degrees. Right, power's coming up. Just let her stabilize right around here. Looking pretty good. 78 MIPL 79, 15.5 inches, 1600 RPM. 78. If we got a trend, a little slight trend. Get rid of that. Bringing the power back to 15. All right, 79 MIPL 80. Get rid of the trend. All right, there's 80. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Looks like slight climb trend in there. Okay, hooking right to heading a 180. Power's coming back. We're looking for 70 now. Time is 12:28:18. 60 degrees Fahrenheit. 26.4 on board. 43:37 elapsed. Good tone. Bottom of the on-speed band, we'll get one at about 70.
Air Shuttle 5968 on approach, good morning. Radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
under 70. Power's coming back up. Pitch is running right around 10 degrees. About 15.5 inches by 15.5. That's gonna work. Let's let the airplane stabilize here. We get the pitch stabilized. And we'll use 70 miles an hour. And time now, 12:39:36. 59 degrees, 26.3, 70 indicated, 15.5 inches by 15.5. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, let's slow to 60. Small heading correction here. Trim, trim, trim. Pitch is coming up. Actually, we go to 65 for this next one. And we'll finish at 60. All right, power's coming in. About 12.5 degrees of pitch. And looking at 65. All right, 16 inches, 1,500 RPM, 65 indicated. Time 12:30:49, 58 degrees Fahrenheit, 26.2. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, excellent. And we'll just go ahead and keep this heading going for the RTB. Slowing to 60. Oh, we got a descent trend going. Let's fix that. Oil's looking good at 166. Let's climb back up. And we'll hook right to 360 for airspace. We'll get our last run. Looking at 60 indicated.
Shuttle 5960, contact Jacksonville Center 120.2.
All right, altitude looks good. And slowing to 60. All right, time now, 12:32:09, 59 degrees, 26.1 on board. Oil temperature's good at 168. 47:30 elapsed. Left tank is feeding. And slowing to 60 for our last hack. Trim and full nose up. Full nose up trim is selected. Heading 360. Easing the power in. Pitch is coming up.
30 Delta Uniform, Roger, radar contact 4 miles southeast of Destin, VFR climb to 17,500 discretion.
Alright, looking good. Just need a little bit more power. Excellent. Alright, looking at 12.5 degrees of pitch. Power's at 16.5 by 16. And standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, we'll go ahead and terminate. And RTB.
Sky clear, below 12,000, temperature 11, dew point 10, altimeter 2987, pressure altitude plus 131, density altitude minus 150, runway 1219er in use. Expect ILS approach, runway 19er, rotating beacon out of service. Warrington TACAN out of service, runway 19er, copy lights out of service. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Redlands, 7 Bravo Romeo, Coast Corridor, RTB, Ruckle, November.
7 Bravo Romeo, you can see direct Ruckle.
Direct Ruckle, 7 Bravo Romeo, I. Okay. Camera's coming off.